We are our biggest roadblock. We get in the way of all the things we say that we want for ourselves. I think we are one of the more interesting creatures on this planet. We have the ability to think, we have the ability to reason, yet for some reason, we make a goal, we make a plan, we get all set, boom, we're in the way, obstacles and roadblocks all over the place. And as someone that mentors people, especially mentoring myself, I had to come down with 6 ways that I was able to get in the way of those said roadblocks. So let me just share them really quickly with you here today. The first one is monitoring my self-talk. Man, my internal dialogue was debilitating. I would say what I wanted and then I would just go to work tearing it down or tearing myself down with things like my inability to do anything. I can't believe that I was saying these things to myself. No wonder I wasn't getting anywhere quickly. I would marvel at people who were able to get things done, and only to find out that they had a more constructive inner world and inner dialogue that was superior to what I was doing. So that's the first thing to do, is to really get in and understand the things that you're saying to yourself, because sometimes it's so habitual and unconscious you don't realize that that's the very thing that's getting in your way. We talk a lot about obstacles and blocks. There it is. It's the language that you're using, the messages that you're continually sending to yourself. So number 2, once you understand about those messages and that internal thing that you're doing to yourself, build systems to help support the new self-talk that you've onboarded to yourself. I started doing things like writing. I write in a journal. You know, I talk about that a lot. I write in my journal sometimes over and over and over the things that I want to hear myself tell myself. Sentences going over the things that I want to understand about myself. I listen to the things that I say to myself, and I would stop myself and say, hey, is that exactly true or not? And so through writing and then meditation, I'm able to hone in on the habits that I need to change for myself. And this is going to be different for each one of you out there. Some of you don't really like meditation or get uncomfortable in meditation, and some of you hate writing. But I'm just trying to give you some ideas on what you can do to build systems for yourself. Systems are what get you to the goal. A lot of people start off on goals and then they fall and trip and roll into a pit because you don't have a system to support your new way of being and your new way of thinking, okay? So build systems to support your new self-talk, okay? Number 3 is, you know this one, step outside your comfort zone. Everything that you want is on the other side of comfort. Today on Instagram, I wrote about the discomfort myth, where you have to be uncomfortable till you are no longer uncomfortable. And I'm thinking, man, I'm always uncomfortable because I write and I post a lot of things, and I'm working with clients and I'm coming up with new deliverables all the time. The minute I deliver something or press that publish button, the discomfort just consumes me. And I also found that the minute I get comfortable, I'm not either producing anymore or I'm doing the same thing over and over. So I'm learning to live in the area of discomfort. I'm conscious of it. And that's the next point I want to bring to you. It's be conscious about the things that you're consuming, the things that you're letting into your space and into the environment of your mind. I tell people to take off the news all the time because there's nothing but a whole lot of sadness and a whole lot of depressive things going on there. And you know what? And you're not going to miss a thing that's going on in the world out there. I'm telling you, it finds its way to you anyway. But don't have a steady diet of it. Watch what you're bringing into the world, not just in your mind, into your environment, into your body, all of it. Make everything that you consume or come near you of an intentional nature, of a positive nature, of a building nature. Because the world's just throwing stuff at you all the time and you're just letting it come in, and then you're wondering why you're so upset and so confused and so depressed because you're not being intentional about what you're. Now, before I go on to the next one, I just want to invite you to follow and subscribe to this channel. I have so much more coming that I'm letting you into my life, and I'm piece by piece. I'm going to keep these videos short so you can consume them really well and quickly. But I'm going to be putting things out all the time, but unable to keep up with all of that I'm doing. Follow so you don't miss anything, okay? So just press the subscribe button and off we go. And I also want to thank you for following and listening, all right? So let's move on. Change will happen, guys. Change happens. The minute you were born, it's been change, change, change. And so many people spend a lot of energy trying not to change. So they're trying to do something impossible. And that's why you're always in this constant way of fighting with the world, because you're trying to hold back on something that's going to happen to you anyway. So why not be intentional about the change and adapt and learn and grow with change, as opposed to always trying to get in the way of it and then calling it a block or there's something wrong with you. There's nothing wrong with you. Plan for change. Change will happen. All right? When it happens, go with it. And stop being one of those people that are always in resistance and always looking for ways to fight and just tie yourself up in knots about change. Change happens. We have no idea what's going to happen tomorrow. All right? So when it happens, go with it. How can you adapt? What can you learn? How can you grow from this moment? All right? And the last thing is commit. Get in a mode of commitment to the thing that you say that you want. Yes, sometimes life happens and you might have to halt or pause, but get back into the commitment of doing that thing. Commit to your commitment. Recommit every single day. Every single day I got to get my journal out and recommit to the thing that I say that I want. I'm only in competition with myself. I'm only working with myself on these things, but I had to understand how to set things up. So if you need to understand how to do that, drop me a line in the comments or ask a question in the comments. I'll be happy to respond, okay? So I hope these 6 points will help you understand and help you move out of the way of being an obstacle to the thing that you say that you want. All right? So have a great day and go out there and enjoy your life. Bye-bye.